Night in the Woods, another one of those narrative games. Don't Starve, I think it's another one of those. Fury, that sounds familiar. I'm trying to remember what Fury is. It's supposed to be a good one too. Dusk. Unpacking, I know people like that one. I think it's some like... I was gonna say it was like an inventory management sort of game. I'm trying to think, is that the one that's basically like the Resident Evil 4's inventory management system?
I've heard about a game that basically is just...
Maybe that's not Unpacking, but I know there's a game that is that.
I've heard stories about the games like that. I never really paid attention to it because as fun as that is, that was never really the primary focus for me personally.
Tunic's down in the top 50. That's a game I definitely want to play.
I haven't played Tunic. I heard good things about it though.
Yeah. It's like weird, the game like... It sounds like it has some like retro gaming design philosophy into it. But if you take advantage of it that way, apparently it's very fulfilling. There's like multiple approaches you can take to solving a lot of problems. But it's more like it's a puzzle in front of you, you just have to figure out how to solve it, not like you just do whatever the fuck you want. Minute? I don't know about that one. Don't Starve. Why is that on this list twice? Stray, I guess. Home, I feel like I heard. Death's Door, I heard was a good one. Hole in the Land, yeah, weird roguelike.
That's a roguelike, what the
Animal Crossing
thing.
Inside, one of those walking simulator things that kind of has a horror theme to it. It's interesting, but not amazing gameplay-wise. It's intriguing. One of the good walking sims, I guess. Weird West, haven't heard of that. Tachia, I don't remember what that is. Tacoma? Oh god, getting over it, Bent Foddy.
That game.
I guess they have as an honorable mention.
I mean,
for a reason.
It is a game that has an internet following.
Yeah.
Not for the right reasons, but...
Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. For some reason, I didn't think about that as an indie game, but you know, it is, technically. And if it was, I would have thought I'd been above that. I'll say I've at least been curious about playing Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is interesting from looking from the outside in.
Well,
Especially if you like the idea of, you know, playing it with essentially a Battle Royale and platformer style.
I've also played the Kirby's Dream Buffet game, which is supposed to be somewhat similar, but a lot simpler. You're basically just racing around Kirby, trying to get as much food as you can.
I do like the idea of the game, though.
Yeah. It's the kind of thing that I will say, competitive game needs more of stuff like that.
Yeah, instead
Like, take the idea of Mario Party with sort of like a massive multiplayer element to it.
Yeah, instead of 50 Shades of first-person shooter multiplayer.
Yup.
Or third-person shooter.
Either way, shooter, yeah, I get it. Or MOBA. At least it's something different. Now, remember where that portal is?
I'm shocked that I missed that because...
Just gotta pay attention to those frickin' maps.
But it said apparently that we explored there, even though...
It didn't. There was a line with no square down here. Oh, these things regenerate. Oh, then again, we did get this to Quarble, so I guess they're giving it back to us.
No, not here. I'm talking about with the seashell.
Oh, yeah. That was weird. Yeah, I agree. That was weird.
It's like, wait. How the hell did I explore down there?
What else is on this list? Axiom Verge, I've heard, is a decent Metroidvania game.
I think it's only okay at that.
Ollie Ollie World, I've heard good things about. Basically, Ollie Ollie was a more an arcade-like game. They evolved into something a little more. Salt and Sanctuary, I heard, was another one of those 2D platformers that, was a... Oh!
Look for the sparkles.
Okay.
That's your cue.
Supposedly it was an audio cue back when the game originally came out. I guess they probably changed it for people that complained because they were deaf. Or is it changed? Oh, there it is. I guess you have to get somewhat close to the path, too. That explains why we couldn't figure out the maze. I see. The rooms are randomly assorted, so you wouldn't have been able to figure out just from randomly guessing anyway.
Yep.
Jeez. What a pain in the neck. And there we go, we made it through. Viewfinder, I don't think I've heard of. Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, never heard of that either. Mineko's Night Market, I vaguely heard of that, I think. Coral Island. I know Talos Principle 2 I feel like I heard of.
I've heard a lot about Talos Principle 2.
Goodbye Volcano High.
Eh?
Killer Frequency. Bramble the Mountain King. Season, The Letter of the Future, and The Pale Beyond.
So here's the last of the
Portals, alright. One of the last of our new zones we haven't found
Sunken
yet.
Shrine.
Yep, after all those other ones I listed, number 50 is super hot. Number 49 is Terraria. I feel like that has a massive internet following. Oh, Jesus!
It's basically to the, Oh, I remember this place now, looking back at it.
You have to get 2 spheres throughout this place to
Yep.
get that door? Okay.
And also, because
Oh,
a lot of freaking, my time with Sea of Stars is coming back to me now looking at this game.
I see. Now we can do the chat again, because we're in a new zone.
This place looks ancient.
It is.
Oh, you notice? We're not clear on what the Sunken Shrine really is, other than the ruins of a religion long forgotten. The prophet thinks it was built to worship legendary heroes who ascended into guardian gods. Crazy, right? I mean, who becomes a god? It's all under the sea now anyway. Apparently, the power had to do with the stars. A sea of stars, one could say.
God damn it.
Anyway, if my calculations are correct, you should find a musical somewhere.
Oh, okay,
Finally!
Yes, we
Don't
need more
tell
of these
me,
things.
say no more. Music notes.
Meanwhile, one of the other areas where we fought that butterfly was to get us to help somebody so we could get away to get to another world that would give us a music note. We had to go through 2 new worlds to get one, I just realized.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. Oh man, some of the backtracking in this is a little obnoxious. I mean, you know, that's how Metroidvanias tend to go.
Yeah.
You're either in with them or you're not. Number 48 in this list. That's right! Wow, this list is pretty recent, surprisingly, too. Another good game I've heard great things of this year. Balatro.
Never heard of it.
It kind of got a little viral, like, a couple months ago when it came out. It's basically like a card game roguelike. And apparently some people really like the approach it does. Like, some people say it's probably the best indie game of the year so far. It's weird having an actual card game that's a roguelike. Apparently, like, some rounds and strategies can get vicious. It's another one of those, it's probably one you have to, like, look at to see the hype and see if it's for you, but apparently a lot of people like it. Roguelike deck builder, that's literally what it's... Okay, similar to, like, Slay the Spire or Inscription.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Inscription.
Like, apparently it's like the best of its kind. It's very simple to pick up because it's basically like knowing a lot of poker hands and stuff. It's basically roguelike poker. Yeah, it's had a lot of good reviews too. Like Metacritic, it's sitting at 90, so that's pretty fucking good. That's the highest of any game this year, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's supposed to be a pretty good one. Pacific Drive. A survival game, okay. Yeah, survival game, that's basically what it is. I'm sure the mechanics are fine. I'm very, very surprised, but I'm glad it's not super high. Number 46, Hollow Knight. I was always expecting that like their top 5. Jesus. Good. I'm glad not everybody sees it in the super high praises I see on the internet.
It deserves to be on there at least.
Oh yes, oh yes. I'd say it's definitely one of the top 5, arguably top 3 indie Metroidvania games for sure. It's got some of the Souls-like charm people like from it. It's a pretty big, meaty game, but you know, the mechanics aren't as great as they're made out to be. Looks like you might need to change the... Yep, go down there and go back up. Yep. That's how we get to that one.
So what will you ask us to do now?
Yeah, Hollow Knight's good. And it's usually pretty cheap, and people are still excited over the sequel, Silk Song. Yes, it stars basically one of the important characters from Hollow Knight, yeah. I know recently someone on Instagram's been posting stuff about Hollow Knight Silk Song, and everybody keeps posting about how it's torture. And it's like, just release the game already! People have waited for this game for like 5 years. It's crazy. It was announced like 4 years ago. I remember last year, Xbox said like they were gonna have it on Game Pass day one when it came out within the year, and then it did. People were like, "Xbox, what the fuck?" It's like not their fault. I think it's one of those things like it's one of those projects that got super ambitious and they didn't realize how long it would take for them to meet the vision they're striving for.
Yeah,
so
happens when you let your ambition get the better of you.
Like, yeah, I know you're not the biggest fan of Souls-like things, but it's one of those worth considering if you want to play a big, meaty Metroidvania game. Just know it does not hold your hand very much. It's really one of those games you have to just dig and figure out a lot of things for yourself. Good though. Huh, number 45, Pizza Tower.
Ah, yes, Wario Land.
That's a game I need to play. I really do want to play that one.
Wario Land starring the Pizza Boys. Yep, but jokes aside,
There's a lot of speedrunning elements to it too, if I heard correctly.
It is very much a Wario Land game in spirit. It's really fun.
Does it have a lot of speedrunning elements to it too?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It is built for that sort of
That's
shit.
one of those I've been very curious about trying. It's only available on PC, which is a little shocking, but...
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm like, that game feels like it is just right for Switch owners.
No, there's one of the things. I mean, I would get it if it was on Switch, but
Now I can run on liquid surfaces.
Oh!
Hold the ZR button. And Jesus! The Ninja Jesus.
Oh, wow. That's for everything?
Specifically water. Oh, actually, you know what? According to this...
Wow, yeah. So there's new gear we get here, too. No wonder why they want us to go here first.
Liquid surfaces.
Okay, so any liquid surface. I guess there might be other places we haven't been able to get to till now because of that.
Strange energy emanates from gates.
And we need that to get to the two energy socket things, I guess.
Yep, so let's see what we have here at the moment. According to the map.
We got a lot. There's a lot we can go. Good luck finding those things. The Pizza Tower is what I wanted to do. 44 in Stars and Time. I feel like I've heard about this one somewhat lately. Oh, this game that released that was like a shadow drop after Games Awards, apparently. Another one of the time loop games. I know, apparently people like this one. It's very meta with very good writing. They put it above Outer Wilds, though, as I've heard nothing but great things about, so, one worth looking at. If you like those time loop sort of games. Number 43, Jusant. I've never heard of this one.
Huh.
It's more of an adventure platformer. Oh, looks like a big open world climbing game. You can basically do whatever you want to go through a narrative. Okay. Gotcha. Number 42, Laika. Age Through Blood. Looks like a Flash game. It's a big Metroidvania. And you traverse the world on a motorbike. Ooh, that's interesting. That's different.
Traveling along the motor... Well...
A Metroidvania where you're riding around on a motorbike. I think I have heard something about this. Apparently it's kind of interesting. Branding itself as a Motorvania. God damn it.
Okay, that...
Well,
that may
an
not
interesting
sound
take of
super...
Metroidvanias, I'm sure. Okay, another one.
It may not sound super interesting to me, but just the freaking motor choke alone.
Yeah, I guess it's technically indie. Number 41, Lies of P.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you know enough about that from marketing already.
Yeah, Pinocchio, Dark Souls. I know Segan talked to us about that a while back.
I guess I'll admit it looks interesting.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I need to try like an actual Souls-like one of these days, just to see how I feel about them. Whether to do Dark Souls or Elden Ring, whatever the fuck.
The only other freaking Souls game I want to even consider touching is Neo.
Right.
Because the feel of the game isn't moving at 2 miles per hour.
Yeah, the game's a lot more fast-paced. Number 40, Venba. A short narrative-driven game that tells a touching Southern Asian story. Okay. That's right, there are a lot of these that have, like... Some people say some of the best, like, storytelling video games also come from indies.
I can believe that.
A lot of, like, really personal stories for these people. Makes sense if you think about it.
When they're not at the whims of the AAA market trying to be like, here's what we think you should add.
I remember, like, one of the first ones was really good at that. It was something, like, called To the Moon. I think that was, like, the first one that had, like, a story that people, like, thought was, like, incredible. Because it was, like, really, really touching and, like... it basically told itself in a way, like, really made you feel for the characters and stuff. Oh boy. Yeah, good place to hide this one, jeez.
Okay. Time to put Jesus. Let's go.
Number 39, Cocoon. A modern puzzle game, right, that's what it is. I guess I'm mixing that up with Carrion. Carrion's the one that's like a weird...
Carrion is the one that you're basically playing the alien, essentially.
It's like a weird gore fest kind of thing. It's like...
You're basically playing...
The visuals are weird.
You're basically playing Alien.
Yeah.
Killing people.
Cocoon is a puzzle game, that's right. I know people like this one. It's in the same vein as Portal, Talos Principle, and Baba Is You. So a good puzzle game. Got it. Number 38. Oh, Sea of Stars. There we go. RPG from makers of this game.
Return to turn-based.
Yep. While I played it so far, I've liked it. I'm like just got to the mechanic of like getting that weird element you have to pick up to basically like have powered up attacks or like have some weird elemental thing.
Yeah.
I like just started getting through that dungeon or whatever it is. It's weird that the third character girl can use it too. For some reason I was expecting it to be something that only the main two could do. Nope, apparently not.
Everybody has their own unique elements.
That's nice. Oh, I wonder if weaknesses come into play for that later. That'd be nice. I know you already have a special attacks, but if you had it with that too, that would be nice. I guess I'll wait to find out. Yep, I've heard Sea of Stars is incredibly good, so.
Yep, I ain't saying shit.
I mean, yeah, I know you're trying to hide, not tell me things. I'm gonna try to work on that one of these days, definitely. That'll be the next game. I'm bored of Fire Emblem Engage right now, so maybe when I get through another RPG, maybe I can urge myself to be back to that eventually. So,
Yeah,
Sea of Stars I'll work on. It has intrigued me so far, so
yeah.
I had a reason to stop playing. I just haven't taken a lot of time to play it yet. Number 37, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Yes, the game that's a spiritual successor to
Jet Set Radio.
That's it.
Yep. Relives Jet Set Radio for some better or worse. Number 36, another somewhat recent one, Dave the Diver.
I mean, it's a debatable one, isn't
I mean, it's done by an indie developer. It's technically an indie game. It's just done by, you know, a developer that had big funding from a big publisher. It is still technically indie, though.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
It had a lot of interesting elements to it.
I won't hold it against the game itself, personally.
It's basically a restaurant management simulator. Has a lot of other shit to do.
Yeah. And
a lot of the activities supposedly are all fun, so, you know.
I
It's really like a jack-of-all-trades kind of game where, like, a lot of things work. It's pretty hard to do for a lot of games. They tend to focus on one thing.
Because you see a lot of AAA games do that, where they try to
incorporate a lot of little extra shit and they kind of look half-assed.
Kind of, sort of detract from the main loop of the game.
Yeah, and also when it's half-assed, it just
really
feels like an extra element that was unnecessary.
It just leaves a sour taste because it's like, they spent all this time adding this extra shitty element when instead of just, you know.
But Dave the Diver is one of those games like integrate a lot of those elements surprisingly well. So,
but, I mean, I'll give the game a little bit slack.
Yeah, of course. Number 35, Roller Drone. Well, I heard of this one. From the guys that brought Ollie Ollie series. A Battle Royale style arcade shooter.
Huh.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, when you say arcade shooter, like 2D, like Contra or something?
Basically sounds like it's like trying to come up with like scores and stuff.
Got the Moon Crest.
Ah, right.
Now we got one of the two MacGuffins needed.
It's like it's like a fast-paced arcade game, apparently.
You said like it's arcade shooter, so is it like something like
Battle Royale style arcade shooter?
But when you say arcade shooter, are we talking something like, say, maybe Contra or?
I don't know. Combos, multipliers, maybe. Having to go through labyrinths, I guess, to try to keep getting combos and kills on foes, maybe, yeah.
Oh, I see, arcade shooter. Okay, never mind. You know what? I know what's trying to be.
Okay.
Makes more sense now.
Number 34 is Dredge. It's a resource management sim of some kind. Team 17 is a big publisher as well. Not quite as big as Devolver Digital, but
Yeah, Team 17 definitely has a lot going in their plate. Speaking of plate. Because I believe they're the ones that did, I want to say Overcooked?
That sounds like them, yeah. Yeah, it's another big indie franchise I know people like. Apparently it's another one that's really good with friends. It's on the late stages get insane.
It's an arcade,
like cooking game.
As crazy as it sounds, it's a lot better than it.
It sounds, yeah. I've seen it in action. It looks pretty intense, actually. It's surprisingly deep.
I played it. And one friend.
It's like managing a real restaurant.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Good God. Like, yeah. Not one of those games, though, because I don't usually have a lot of people to play with that with. I don't really get too much out of it myself, but...
I fortunately do, so those games have a little more value.
Right. Of course.
Okay, I now need to get you here.
Number 33. Ah, yes! One I was also mildly curious about. Sifu.
I have that game. I have yet to play it.
It's like something really interesting like the combat. I want to say it was like... I want to say it's a roguelike, but it's not... I don't think it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it a
It's like a weird, like, 3D beat-em-up. But it's weird, like, every time you die, you, like, get older, and I guess you get more experience or whatever. It's, like, really interesting, the whole, like, system they have for, like, progression, I think.
Yeah, it's hard to describe it, but it looks cool, and I have the game, I just need to play it.
I heard people really do like that one, it's kind of fun.
I'd love to play it, just, you know.
Number 32, I want to say it's an RPG of some kind? Citizen Sleeper. Oh, it's a text-based adventure. Oh.
Oh, okay, I see where it's
Very old school one, I think, yeah.
One of
okay.
those kind of adventure games.
I was thinking something like Citizen Earth. Maybe it is the same thing. I think it is supposed to be like an RPG-esque kind of thing.
It's one of those games where it's like, if you're, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like, you know those things where it's like,
like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or something?
It's like one of those first-person dungeon crawling games, I think, maybe? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, traditional survival game format. Multiplayer with a D&D style dice-based mechanic that force careful planning, hard decisions. Ultimately, you have you constantly asking, is it right to stick around or get out of dodge? Okay, yeah. So it's a very old school RPG kind of thing. Okay, I gotcha. All right. Ah, yes, one I hear about a lot. One of Yahtzee's favorite games. Return of the Obra Dinn, number 31. Big introspective puzzle game. Has a lot of big narrative puzzle. Has you like really analyzing a lot of things very deeply. What people really like. Number 30, Outer Wilds. Why was that in the honorable mentions and number 50? And we're at number 30. Huh.
About the...
Outer Wilds, I'm aware of enough already. Number 29, Tinkykin? Or Tinykin.
That's basically Pikmin.
This is a platformer of some kind.
Remember, these are dealing with projectiles. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and destroy.
Planet, a true 5th D. 5 dimensions of pain. That's all I wanted. Multiple dimensions of pain.
Dimensions of pain in car games and motorcycles.
Yeah, it's like a weird, it's a weird, like, platformer that has, like, Pikmin elements. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, apparently pretty good, okay.
I mean, I'm usually not the biggest fan of Pikmin stuff, but maybe I'll at least look at it, because maybe that will be the one to change my mind, probably. I don't know.
Okay, there we go. Number 20 is Inscription. Okay.
That's the one, yeah, that's the one I've heard about, with the card game stuffs.
Right. Techno roguelike. Yep, that is there. Number 27, a game I'm definitely looking forward to playing eventually, Neon White.
I heard good things about Neon White.
Yep. Also done mainly by one person. Jesus!
It's amazing what one person can do when they have their mind to it. I kind of envy that sort of...
Work on just a big passion project
that
for
level
years.
of dedication.
Like, man. I don't have that kind of dedication either. It's available on every platform, too. Now I know that since it's on Game Pass. If I need a break from Sea of Stars, I gotta start playing that. I know it's stage-based, too. I know the story is cringy, I'm aware the gameplay is like some of the best that apparently first-person shooters have to offer in general.
I mean,
That's what I'm looking forward to. There's the other seal! Alright, we come to that door now.
The Sun Seal, or Sun Crest, whatever.
Number 20. Never heard of this one. Number 26. Norco.
Huh.
Another text-based point-and-click game. Developed by somebody called Geography for Robots. Basically seems like a love letter to people like Dave the Tentacle and Grim Fandango, so...
Never was a big fan of the point-and-click stuff, but I appreciate them.
Yeah. There was some good storytelling back in, like, the very early 90s.
There was one particular one that I saw recently. I think it was called Paradigm, I think it was called.
That sounds right.
It was about a Russian, like, basically like the nuclear apocalypse or whatever. And you play as what's essentially like this deformed dude.
Oh, God. Oh, boy, I guess we have a buzz coming up.
With the sun and moon's powers combined, they burn. Welcome, adventurer. You must be weary. Allow the sanctity of this place to mend your wounds and invigorate your spirit. You're proud of all you can achieve on your own.
Now die.
What is this place? This shrine and its history matter little now. A tragic fate has befallen this world indeed. Eons ago, we were its guardians. Are you gods? Some would say that.
Oh, no.
As the roots of wisdom grew more distant with each passing generation, humans took their security for granted and set their faith aside. Devoid of worshippers, our power slowly faded.
Oh, boy.
Your world was a vibrant sight before the flood. Then, as fate would have it, a powerful curse befell its only remaining piece of land. Guardians? How long ago was this? The implications of our story would make little sense to denizens of a fallen world. A fallen world?
I see now. Okay.
Your world. Its connection to the stars has long been severed. Increasingly helpless in the face of its impending doom, we crystallized the last of our energy so that when the time came, it could support humanity's final hope. The final hope, messenger, is you. As we have since the day you were born, we will be watching over you. Now receive our final gift to the world.
Ah, I see. So this must have been the fate of the character of the Sea of Stars. Something like that. Not that you'll tell me. I don't even say anything! I'll just leave it as a maybe. Alright. Well, either way, we got on the music note. Thank God. Key of Love. Oh, God.
Left by gods long forgotten to be found at the time of greatest need, is one of the notes needed to create a melody that will break the curse.
Alright, only 2 more left to go. I'll go by time because I'm in the second half of this list now for the top 25 now. With the next one being, Walking Simulator. What Remains of Edith Finch. I've heard of that one, I don't really know much about it at all. But I hear people talk about great walking simulators. That's not one I usually hear about.
I don't usually hear much about that again, just because walking simulators aren't my game. Duh.
Also true. Oh, there's no boss there either. That's also different.
Yeah, imagine actually doing an errand and not having to fight something for once.
Yeah. Hey, you want to spend more money on this shit? Range cap and a quill shroom. Well, at least we get to know the names of some of the enemies, too.
I'll keep the 300 in case I am completely lost.
Yep.
Jackass.
Oh, yeah, we still talking to the Prophet again. That's right. So we get a new hint.